What's up, Buck Dougladini in the garage. Today we're going to be dealing with a WJ window issue. Specifically, I've got a condition where my passenger side front window disappeared down into the door. I can't get it to come up, can't get it to go down. I can kind of hear the motor going, so we're going to pull the door card off and see what's going on in there. The hook or the key or the catch, that's the word I'm looking for. Catch is that I'm camping. It actually happened as we pulled into the campsite, so I don't have all my tools. I had to make way for camping gear. What I do have: a drill, half a bag of Funyuns, that Duratech kit that we did a review on, if you didn't see that video, link up in the corner, and a Home Depot bucket full of fishing gear. So what we're gonna have to do, well, here's the situation. Keys on, and the window, can you hear that? So it's doing something, but the glass is not doing anything. So I'm not really sure. It kind of sounds jammed. Definitely lied to you. I do have one other tool. I got the pocket toolbox as always, and it would appear that that is going to be the tool for the job. Because somehow I didn't even throw a friggin' screwdriver in my bag. This is a huge oversight on my part. I'm usually always prepared. Do my honor to do my duty, that kind of thing. But in this case, woefully unprepared. Son of a gun, I forgot. The one that's behind, dang it. The one that's behind the handle there, where'd she go? There she goes. Is technically Torx. Not technically, it is Torx. That it's either T20 or T25, but thankfully the Phillips from my my old Leatherman pocket toolbox here did the trick. But if you're doing this at home, expect one Torx. No big deal. If you're working on Jeeps, you should have a set of Torx anyway, at least up to T40. All right, now there are two ways to try to get these door cards off, and in my experience, they both result in the same amount of broken clips. You can tip through the tulips, try to work your way around, and pop it with your hand, or you can kind of just send it. And all you're doing at that point is messing with these clips right here. They slide into the door card on this side, and then they pop into the door on this side, and you're just trying to overcome the pressure there. Sometimes they break, sometimes they don't break. It's the luck of the draw. Anyway, once that's off, we're just looking for the connectors to pull out. Just one over here. Sorry, one-handed, it's a bad tripod. And then these guys right here, this is what holding your lock and your door latch on. Undo the white retaining clips, and then the rod pops right out of the top. And your door card is now free. I always hate having to mess up this moisture barrier, but it is what it is. I need to see what's going on in there. So I'm actually going to take my time. One other tool I do have is my fixed blade camping knife. I'm going to use this to work around and try to cut the adhesive so that this comes off somewhat in one piece. It's actually working surprisingly well. Well, relatively well. There we go. For the speaker side, now we should be able to get this all the way off. There we go. Right, let's get you in here. What you got right here is your track. Up here some, I don't know if you can see it, probably not, is your actual window regulator, and then coming out of the bottom of it is a encased cable, like a bike brake or a dirt bike throttle. That's going to come around down here to this cable. This is what runs through the middle of this, and this is what pulls the window up, drops it back down. You can see it's real loose. Matter of fact, if I pull on it, you can see, or maybe you can't, that I'm pulling the window down just by pulling this. It would appear that something is hooped up, and I think it's inside this window regulator. So what I'm going to do, I am going to have to pull all this out, but I'm obviously not doing it now at camping. So what I'm going to do is put the door card back on so that we can still open and close this door. I'm leaving everything else as is, and I'm going to put some tape along this window so it doesn't fall. And we're just gonna need a new window regulator. I'll explain once I get it out of the vehicle how these work. That'll be the second half of this video. What's up, friends? All right, we made it back from camping. It's about a week later. I had to wait for the part to come in off of Slamazon. I'll leave you a link down there in the squawk boxes if you're interested. What I did here was I took the door card back off. We got the speaker out. I took this out of the door. Once you have your door card off, if you look right here, all right, this is where your switch panel is screwed in. It had 5 of these little Torx there. That's probably about a T20. And this guy pops right out. The reason I did that was so that we'd have use of the window control without this whole door card hanging off the wires there. It's gonna make it a lot easier to get the new window lined up and everything, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Where are we at right now? First thing we're gonna have to do is get rid of all this tape. This delightful little fashion accessory statement was here to keep the window up and keep the rainwater and the bugs out. Here's a little pro tip for you guys. If you ever have to tape up a window or tape a window shut, clear packing tape like the stuff you get at the post office is best. Why? It sticks to the window best, it comes off cleanly, it doesn't leave a residue, and it's resealable. So if it starts to pop off, the adhesive will re-stick. What's the worst thing you can pick? Duct tape. It doesn't stick, it rips, believe it or not, and it leaves this awful residue. Now I'm going to get that off pretty easily, but save yourself the step. Little bit of clear plastic tape, and you'll be in tall cotton. Oh, see, the window's already starting to fall now that the tape's not on it. That was our issue while camping. She go down, she go up, she no stay. ¿Por qué? Why you no stay? All right, I'm gonna work that regulator out and then we'll bring it back in. Here is the healthy regulator. We got the cable on here, what for Jimmy jamming this piece up and down, and this is what holds the window. So you go ahead and you put some Angry Pixies in there, and whee! There we go. That's the healthy unit. That's what we're gonna throw in a second. Now you can already look at this guy. This is the one I pulled out. We got big floppy cable. It's not running across this track anymore. It looks to me like the cable done R-U-N-N-O-F-T. It looks like it broke on this side over here. Yeah, look. You can actually see. So this, actually I probably could have fixed this one, honestly, if I just pulled it out. So this, that's crammed. Can you see that this piece is crammed down in there? That is clearly supposed to be attached to something over here. What? I'm not certain. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I just punched you guys in the face. You don't have to take that, not from some punk like me. Come on. All right, maybe that won't. You know what? All right. I can't free that because it's gone too far. The brake inside here that I hypothesized might be broken doesn't appear to be broken. So let's see if we can loosen it. Can we send some power through it to get it to retract? Let's see. Oh, don't do that. I'm a lot of things, friends, but a professional electrician is just not one of them. All right, so you kind of see how that should work, right? Did you? Is that off camera? The idea there is that it should cycle this cable around in a big circle, and it either drags this up or brings it down. This is held on in an unconventional way. Most of the time, windows are held on to these pieces with screws. This Jeep uses clips. You see these clips right here? So on the window, there's plastic posts. You're gonna fish this into the vehicle, and I'll show you when we're over there, but it's better if you get an idea of it here with nothing going on. So the post goes through here, then this goes around the post and over this plastic, and that's what holds it in there. So if you don't have these clips, she ain't gonna work for you. Thankfully, this Dorman unit, I believe this is a Dorman unit, of course, it's not marked. I believe this one came with the clips, obviously, but if not, just save yours. If you're getting a junkyard one, take the clips. All right, let's go back over to the vehicle, fish this guy in and see if we can't button this job up. All right, one more pro tip here. You're gonna wanna start these 4 bolts on the back of this unit. And the reason, I'll show you when we go over there, but there's little slots. It's gonna make it a heck of a lot easier to align this thing. So just get them in there, a couple threads. future you says thank you. This is gonna go a lot easier if your window is still stuck up. I had already taken my tape off. Get a screwdriver with a rubber handle, gently jam it down in there with your window up. The rubber will hold the window, no big deal. Now the reason you wanted to start these bolts is because look what the holes look like. So it makes it a heck of a lot easier to slide it up and in like this. Okay, that's in, now that's in, there we go. I don't know if y'all could see that, but I was flirting with the one down bottom to get it all put together. All right, let me finish getting this in. You can see there's another bolt that goes right there, and then the actual regulator gets bolted up in these 3 holes. You're pretty much done, man. It's not that hard. You just need to know a few things so that it doesn't turn into a nightmare of a job. All right, friends, I'm gonna do my best to illustrate these clips. So this is the window right here, and you can see that black clip right there, okay? This little horn is what's gonna go into that white piece. So slide it down. It needs to go, you can see, you'll be able to see it, but in between here, all right? Now it's very difficult with one hand and even harder with your other hand jammed in a door holding the camera, but you get it so that it maneuvers in there. See how it pops through the back? That black dot right there is the window piece. Now we're gonna take our little clippy doodle and see if we can't just, again, 2 hands, so much easier. Oh, okay. Come on, amateur hour. Ah, there we go. Oh, I broke it off. Good gravy. All right, well, I think y'all get the idea. I need to do this with 2 hands. Now, here's the elephant in the room. Let's talk about this now, and then I can just put this thing back together. Here is my weather guard for the door. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. What you're looking at, I mean, it's 2021. This is a 2001 vehicle. This is 20 years of heat cycles sitting in a door. It's just cracked. It's done. So instead of putting this tattered thing back in and trying to fool myself into thinking it's doing anything, we're gonna leave her out. We're gonna throw this one away, and I'm gonna keep my eyes out for another one. Or they make aftermarket stuff. All right, friends, we're calling that the game. I'll get this stuff off with some rubbing alcohol later, but that's what you're gonna wanna use. Use rubbing alcohol or some other solvent. You could probably get her off with, well, this is a carbide scraper. Now that's just gonna make a mess of it. You could probably use a razor blade if you absolutely had to, but I think you're gonna be way better off with a solvent. Let's see what else. I lost this thing, amateur hour, so I'll have to grab one of those next time I'm at the junkyard, but everything else went right back together. If there were 12 clips on this door panel, 6 of them are broken. I got about half, which is pretty good. I think Willie's got 1 on each door left anymore. So that's really all there is to it. This is going to cover the replacement for all your window issues. Some of the known issues that WJs have, they break the cable. That's pretty much what happened on mine. The regulator goes out. And in fact, I've never seen it, but I have heard situations where these clips, I have extras because the new one came with them, they come off or they fail. These are the ones, again, that hold the window to that track. And now your window's, it kind of seems like it's off track. You'll be pushing this button and you hear the motor going, but the window won't do anything. It's probably stuck down. So any of those situations that you're encountering on your WJ, which is going to be your Grand Cherokee from 1998 to 2004, this is going to be your process. If you have any questions, by all means, leave me a comment down there in the squawk boxes. If you like the video, that's just common sense. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe go check out our website, monkeywiththetoolbox.com. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Friends, countrymen, fellow Jeepers, lend me your ears. Here I am, 20 minutes later, still trying to get this damn adhesive off. I got Popcorn Sutton's Moonshine here. That's not quite doing it. I had Goof off, but damn if I know where it is. The scraperizer is not scraperizing because it's too sticky. You can't scraperize the sticky because it's too... So tell me, what do you guys use to get, I'm going to say, call it a moderate adhesive. It's not a strong adhesive. It's not a mild adhesive. You can see, I mean, this is what happens if I just lean into it with the that Carolina Clear. But, I mean, who's got the time? Who has the time? So what do you use? Oh, actually, that's not doing too bad. What would you use to get this off my frickin' window? Isopropyl Shinat tea bag. I love keep this in your garage. A couple videos ago, I told you if you didn't have a jug of vinegar in the garage, you weren't actually getting work done. If you don't have a little bit of popcorn Sutton's Carolina White in the garage with you, what are you doing? See, here's the thing that you really got to douse this crap. Anyway, let me comment down in the squawk boxes. Let me know what I should have been doing to get this carp off the window. Amateur hour. All right, I'll catch you all in the next one.